Radhe Radhe Govinda Govinda Radhe 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 Govinda Govinda Radhe. We are reading Shri Shri Vilapa Kusumanjali by Srila Raghunath Das Goswami with the comments of Sri Anantadas Babaji Maharaj. We continue reading text number 82. I repeat the sloka. O Radhe, with a face like a fully blooming lotus flower, when you go out to meet Krishna at night, your swiftly moving feet become afflicted with fatigue. O Devi, when will you, although you are shyness personified, call me by my name to massage those lotus feet? Then I know that you have accepted me as your own. Wow, so beautiful. I read again. O Radhe, with a face like a fully blooming lotus flower, when you go out to meet Krishna at night, your swiftly moving feet become afflicted with fatigue. O Devi, when will you, although you are shyness personified, call me by my name to massage those lotus feet? Then I know that you have accepted me as your own. So I continue reading in the purport. Swamini personally lifts her feet that are the all in all for Tulasi's heart on Tulasi's chest because she wants to mitigate their fatigue. Again, Swamini personally lifts her feet, which are the all in all for Tulasi's heart, on Tulasi's chest because she wants to mitigate their fatigue. These feet have become unfit for playing and dancing with Krishna. Who can measure Tulasi's bliss? She finally gets these long desired lotus feet on her chest. Who can measure Tulasi's bliss? She finally gets these long desired lotus feet on her chest. Tulasi sits on a pedestal, takes Swamini's 2 feet on her chest, and starts to serve them. No one else but a Kinkari can understand how dear these feet are to Tulasi. No one else but a Kinkari can understand how dear these feet are to Tulasi. Tulasi showers these lotus-like feet with oblations of her tears of love and kisses them in an unseen way, thinking, when I have Swamini, I have everything. Wow. Tulasi showers these lotus-like feet with oblations of her tears of love and kisses them in an unseen way, thinking, when I have Swamini, I have everything. As a result of Tulasi's massage, Swamini's feet have now been cured of their fatigue. An amazing beauty blossoms on Swamini's face. The desire to play with Krishna was in Swamini's heart, but the fitness to do it was not in her feet. Now her feet have become fit again.
Jai Shri Radhe.
Jai Ho.
So beautiful and full of emotions. Sometimes we do Abhishek of Radha Mohan, and we also but shower them with different ingredients of love. So Tulsi Manjari is showering the lotus feet of Swamini with her tears, putting or receiving them on her chest. So these tears of love, we can feel they are also reviving Swamini's feet, because their relationship is of anurag. They are receiving and giving each other everything. Swamini is completely sold out to her maidservant, so much so that she calls her by her name to help her with her tired feet, because she was too much eager to meet Mohan, and she runs so fast over all the thorns and the pebbles on the road that she herself all of a sudden realized, oh, my feet have become tired. Tulsi, help me. And Tulsi Manjari, for her, the feet of Swamini are her life, her heart, and her everything. And she is crying out of emotions to be able to serve like that, because Swamini's lotus feet are her heart. She is living in these lotus feet as her shadow. That is a nice, I feel, example of this anurag that we have listened. It's an exchange. And then only the Kinkari can understand that, because it's not on the bodily platform, this exchange. On the bodily platform, maybe the feet are not so attractive. Even it's called the dirty, parts of the body, because the feet are always in the sand or sweating. But in the spiritual realm, in the spiritual senses, these lotus feet of Swamini are representing the heart of the Kinkaris. They are completely surrendered and follow these lotus feet like their shadow. So the exchange that is happening here, that is so, so, so beautiful. Because Tulsi is crying the tears of love and surrender and dedication and one-pointedness. Swamini at once feels revived. She at once feels this dedication, this love of her maidservant. And immediately she can go on with her abhisar. So that is really very, very confidential and very, very intimate. And it's an exchange that is in the realm of the spiritual senses. And also when we get our spiritual form, our Kinkari bath, through the media of Sri Guru, who is receiving it from Srimati Radhika. One of the sevas is called Charan Seva. So this is a very, very deep example of how this Charan Seva can be meditated upon. So Tulasi showers the lotus-like feet of Swamini with the offering of her tears. In the Abhishek, we have offering of yogurt and milk and ghee and honey. And here in the spiritual realm, in the spiritual senses, in the spiritual body, the tears are the offerings that are immediately reviving Swamini, because these tears of the mantri are full of love, full of anurag. You are mine and I am yours.
So nice.
Jai Shri Radhe, good morning.
Good morning.
Tears, what I feel, tears are an expression of emotions. And there are many kinds of tears. But tears only appear when there are very intense emotions, right? Tears we have not everyday tears in our eyes because of overwhelming emotions. So there are many, many different kinds of tears. It's also hot and cold tears, Abel. And the tears of the Manjaris are also different. We learn from our Raghunathas. Tears in separation are different from that tears in the meeting of overwhelming emotions when she get these feelings by touching Swamini's lotus feet. I feel that these tears are the highest emotions, and this is not only by realizing, it's an overwhelming feeling. So we also can imagine if we touch this lotus feet, like described now, how beautiful is this? And you read, I think it was all his desires are fulfilled, right? No, her desires.
Yeah,
Is it?
Tulasi's desires.
All desires are fulfilled. Even in the material world, we have millions of desires. They are never fulfilled. If one desire is fulfilled, 10 others will come, right? Or maybe I only have this experience, but I think it's many has this also. So imagine in the material world, all emotions and all desires are much higher also. And now Tulasi come to the point when she touched the lotus feet of Radhika that all her desires are fulfilled. What an emotional overwhelming in that moment, isn't it? Nothing more to reach all desires because you make your Swamini happy. You got the lotus feet of Swamini. So all desires are fulfilled. And so these emotions, this overwhelming emotions comes out in the form of tears. How to handle these intense emotions. So we can see also in the spiritual abode, there is the intensity of emotions is even million times higher than in this material abode. And we know Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, when he was overwhelmed by emotions in the Gambhira, how his body was changing because he could not handle with the material body. Even his body is not real material, but he could not handle it. What to speak of us then? No? So we need a spiritual body to get this experience of this intense feelings and emotions. So these tears are so beautiful of the Manjari of Tulasi, how she explained her emotion often to us, so we can take part of her emotions. And this is most beautiful. Jai Shri Radha, thank you.
Yeah. When I have Swamini, I have everything that he was saying. All desires fulfilled.
Wow.
So I read again. Tulasi showers these lotus-like feet with oblations of her tears of love, and kisses them in an unseen way, thinking, when I have Swamini, I have everything. As a result of Tulasi's massage, Swamini's feet have now been cured of their fatigue. An amazing beauty blossoms on Swamini's face.
Wow.
The desire to play with Krishna was in Swamini's heart, but the fitness to do it was not in her feet. Now her feet have become fit again. In the kunja, she holds her feet on Swamini's chest as she leans against him on the bed, and thus they become eager to make love. In the kunja, Radharani holds her feet on Shyam's chest as she leans against him on the bed, and thus they become eager to make love. Tulasi understands that it is more discreet to go out of the kunja now. She sits outside, but keeps her ears and her mind fixed on what happens inside.
This is also interesting, isn't it?
Yeah.
So she exactly knows what is needed in that moment. Even they have no secrets, but in the right moment to move out, but stay close, watching what has happened, only to get a new chance for service. This is the beauty of Tulasi. She is listening, not to enjoy something, some noise, what will come, or some pictures. She's only listening and looking for a new chance for service. When is the right moment? They will need me. What a beautiful feeling in a servant. They are so intimate. The divine couple can enjoy freely, knowing there is someone taking care of us. If we need something, Tulasi is there. So we are. Together with Guru Manjari, we can do this most intimate service. Shri Radha.
Tulasi understands that it is more discreet to go out of the kunja now. She sits outside, but keeps her ears and her mind fixed on what happens inside. Suddenly, she hears an ankle bell sweetly jingling. 2. I think I am being called with this sound. The maidservant mingles with the absorption of the yugala and enters the kunja.
What is mingles? Mingles, what is that?
I'm not sure.
Mixing.
Mingles.
Mixing?
She becomes one with the feelings of Radha and Mohan, and in this feeling she goes inside. Mixing.
Mingle. Ah.
Usually this word is used mingling into a crowd, like when there's many people, you go into that crowd, you become one with the crowd. So
Okay.
in this way, to be she becomes one with them.
Thank you.
So suddenly Tulasi hears an ankle bell sweetly jingling. 2. I think I am being called with this sound. The maidservant mingles with the absorption of the Yugala and enters the kunja, where she sees that Swamini's hair got entangled with Krishna's earrings.
Gorachanda mingles with the what? What was it? With
the absorption of the Yugala.
Wow, she mingles. So that means she enters in the absorption of the Yugala. So how Suniti explained, she become one with their absorption. So that means she can feel what they feel, right? Isn't it?
Rati,
Huh?
yes. Baba Ulas Rati.
Wow, this is amazing. Now she mingles with the absorption of the Yugala. So she is like as if there is a oneness. How you explain, Suniti, with a crowd when one mingles in a crowd, becomes one with the crowd. So that means that now Tulasi entering in the absorption of the Yugala. Wow, that's amazing, isn't it? So she can feel, that means she can feel what Mohan feels to Radhika and what Radhika feels to Mohan.
I feel little that like this mingles, that she enters in this most intimate area now, in the Nivritti. She was outside, but now she enters. And the pastime happening between Radha and Mohan is like so intense. If you enter that, it can happen that you are an obstacle to their absorption as to each other. Ne? Any little disturbance would break their mood. So if she want to enter that mood, she has to like become invisible. Like Suniti, she explained, if somebody enter into a crowd, mingles into the crowd, like melting with the crowd, meaning become invisible. He not causes an obstacle. He not become a disturbance for the flow of the love between Radha and Mohan. So she is so sensitive that she can feel everything between them, and she can go with the flow without causing any disturbance to the flow of their love. And that makes her able then also to do the service that is required now.
Mm-hmm.
It would not be appropriate to enter the kunja and say, stop for a moment, Radha Mohan. Your hair is entangled with Radharani's earring.
Wait.
Wait, you have to, and then we do that, and now you continue. No, she really mingles, with their,
Yes. Go
like
with the flow.
sometimes when Radharani, she loses like one ankle bell in the dancing, and Tulasi puts it back in a way that is almost unnoticed by everyone. Ne? She's so in the flow. Radharani don't even need to stop dancing that we can put back the ankle bell. It happens like in the flow of her dance, and she puts it there without any creating an obstacle or creating a disturbance.
Perfect expertise.
Yeah, Charu. Yes. Wow. The maidservant mingles with the absorption of the Yugala and enters the kunja, where she sees that Swamini's hair got entangled with Krishna's earrings. She cleverly unravels the knots and quietly leaves the Kunja again, leaving the Yugala Kishore, who saw her as the personification of their ecstatic pastimes.
Wow.
Their love plays
Okay.
again. Yeah.
Who saw her as the personification
Personification.
of their lila.
Ecstatic pastimes, Lila, yeah.
Wow. Who
Yeah, this,
saw her? Who saw her? So the Yugala saw Tulasi as the, again,
Personification of
personification.
their ecstatic pastimes.
Oh, wow. This is special. This is special, huh? So the Yugala saw Tulasi as their personification of their lila.
Yes.
Wow.
that means in Sanskrit, it's explained also that bath in Prema Bhakti Chandrika, it's called Avesh Murti. We have heard the word Bhava Avesh, that when completely the spiritual emotions and the feelings make the person faint or so in this world and completely absorb. So in the same way that Radha Mohan feel their maidservant as one Avesh Murti, personification of their feelings, so that they don't feel any difference between the maidservants and their own feelings and their own Leela, which is going on. So it's a oneness in Sevaras.
See there as the personification of the lila. This is a speciality. This is how to enter in that. How can they see the Manjari as the personification of the lila? Then we need to ask Gurudev maybe. I don't know, but it's a special. This is something special.
Yes.
This is not a...
In Sarupavesh, you are always in Yugala Bhajanadana. We get this Yugala Bhajanadana in my Sarupavesh. We have only seen my Istadev and his lover. We are in that service. We are in that service. That is Yugala Bhajan. Yugala Bhajan means the Manjaris know only Yugala Bhajan. They are always there, but they are for the service of Yugala, selfless. That is Manjari Bhava. Without our Manjari Sarup, we represent there. Because we have no Sarup, so we cannot relish Yugala Bhajan. This only can enter in my Sarup in these pastimes. This is the beauty of the Mahajan words. Only to explain these words, more crystal clear meaning come out.
And Gurudev, when the Yugala see the Manjari as the personification of the Leela, this is something special, isn't it?
More beautiful. This is the gift of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu.
Wow.
This never happened before.
No.
They are in Leela, Manjaris. How much deep our practice developed, we can see it.
I feel if somebody is a good artist, good singer, and he giving a concert, and he's doing a nice performance on the stage, singing very beautifully, and he is able to connect with the audience, no? Like a rag and anurag. If there's exchange and connection with the audience, then the audience will also go in ecstasy, seeing what the actor is doing or the singer is doing on stage. So in this way, the audience also become like the personification of the singer's performance on stage. He see that what he is performing, what he is doing, brings so much happiness to the audience. He cannot see himself, no, but he can see the happiness in the faces of the audience. In the same way, I feel like when Tulsi is entering into the kunja now and entangling the hair, and Radha and Mohan notice her also, then Radha Mohan, they can see the ecstasy of Tulasi.
How
And
she knows?
Tulasi
How
is so
she
much.
knows?
What?
How she knows that hair is entangled? How she see from outside? And she come for that because this time they are feeling disturbance. What a oneness with our Ishtadev, with Radhika.
So they not only see their ecstasy reflected in Tulasi, ne? Also they understand that without Tulasi, she makes it happen. Ne? She makes the pastime happen. Without the Manjari, the pastime they could never meet because Radharani's feet was tired. Now they could not continue the pastimes because if Tulasi is not there entangling the hair from the earring, pastimes also cannot happen. So the happening of the pastime or the flow of the pastime strongly depend on the Manjari that has to be there always. Bring them together, support them. So she is personification of the Leela by make the Leela actually happen. Yes. The maidservant mingles with the absorption of the Yugala and enters the Kunja, where she sees that Swamini's hair got entangled with Krishna's earrings. She cleverly unravels the knots and quietly leaves the Kunja again, leaving the Yugala Kishore, who saw her as the personification of their ecstatic pastimes, to their love place again. Suddenly, the vision disappears, and with anxious heart, Sri Raghunath prays, Yes, Gurudev?
You are very good. Very nice.
Wow. O golden goddess Sri Radhe, you are bashfulness personified. O blooming lotus-eyed girl, your steps, your dancing pastimes, and your behavior are so sweet and gentle. When you go out to meet the king of the Kunja, who has already arrived on the trysting place, you become tired of walking down the roads, so you give up your bashfulness and order me, considering me to be yours. Listen, O Rati Manjari, quickly come here and massage my feet. When will that blessed day come that I can blissfully serve your exhausted lotus feet? When will that blessed day come that I can blissfully serve your exhausted lotus feet? This is the end of text number 82.
What a beautiful description of the service. Actually, two service was there, no? One massaging of the lotus feet of Radhika and then the service in the kunja to the divine couple.
It's also very beautiful to meditate on when Swamini was alone with Tulsi on Abhisar, then she speak her name to do the service, and she put her lotus feet on her chest. And when Tulsi is outside sitting in front of the kunj, she is listening to every sound, every sign that might come. So that also indicates a very a deep attention and deep sensitivity, because this time she hears the jingle bells is calling two, and two means you. So in the same way, I feel that in the day when we are now carrying this pastime, this lila, this in our hearts, in our bhajan, it's so good to remember that all signs to be, be open to take any sign, especially also when I want to serve. When I'm with Gurudev, then what service and is needed now, and to be aware, to be conscious in a very, very, very detailed way, more detailed than as if Gurudev has to explain everything over and over and over again, but to feel the signs, to feel the mood, to become absorbed, to mingle with the mood of Gurudev, in this case here in Vrindavan. And when we are in front of Radha Mohan in the Aarti, also to remember to do the smaran of what we listen, and to pray that I can also listen my Swamini's desires, and listen the ankle bell of Swamini when she is jingling for two. However it may manifest in this relationship, that is very individual, how everyone may listen what Swamini is saying. But like Gurudev said so nicely, it will manifest according to how deep is our personal practice.
Even we not realize Gurudev's desire when we with him. He still has to ask, can you do this, cut this apple to make this and that? Because we are very limited in this material body, so that we even on that platform not exactly know the desire of Guru, what to speak about desire of Radhika. But by mercy we get a divine body. There we are naturally one-pointed. And like Tulasi we can learn, when she is sitting in front of the kunja, she is fixed. There is nothing else to do. So we may have many plans when we sit with Gurudev. So we think about different things. But we are not only fixed on that, what to do now next to serve Gurudev. But in the spiritual body, we are able to be fixed. But with Gurudev, we can train this. We can try and try again, and Gurudev give chance and chance again. So this is a way to develop this feelings, this mood of a manjari. And my point before, Suniti, was that the lotus feet massaging and to help with the hair, that means seva from tip to toe, isn't it? And everything what is between is Manjari's area. So there is nothing hidden for the Manjaris. Others cannot see. The friends, Sakis, Sakas, not seeing anything. This what is now become visible to our inner eyes and ears is not seen by any other beings. This is especially for the Manjari. And so in that case, we can understand the word that the Yugala can see the Manjari as the personification of the Leela. I mean, this is a big meaning.
Yeah, the Rasika pastimes, no? The
Yes,
romantic
now in
pastimes
the
in the
Kunja,
music.
yeah. So
Yeah.
that means there is nothing in between. When she becomes the personification, that means she, because of her service, how you said, there is not an interruption in the Leela between Radha and Mohan, no? Because of the service of the Manjari. So she become, in the eyes of the divine couple, the personification of the Leela, because she takes care of the stream of feelings. The Manjari takes care that there is not a cut
Yeah.
because of some obstacles. Manjari is disconnecting the hair from Mohan's earrings, so there is not a cut. It's a continuum. And even this jingling of Radhika, she knows immediately there is my Tulasi is sitting there. She's waiting for this jingling. And immediately she enters without any disturbance of the divine couple and do it very expertly and immediately leave. And when they see her leaving the kunja, they feel, oh, she is the personification of Leela because she understands everything. And they have a beautiful feeling of this, of their servant. So from tip to toe, Manjari is expert. Wow, so beautiful.
It's also nice, like she totally mingles, no? With the mood of the Yugala, with the flow of the pastime. She not create any obstacle for Radha and Mohan's flow of feelings for each other. But at the same time, she is so important. No? She is like a main pillar of the pastime. Without the Manjari, pastime cannot happen. Maybe disturbance coming. So she is like the foundation of the pastime or big pillar of the pastime, the Manjari. But at the same time, she become like invisible, or it's totally like mingled with the mood of the divine couple. That is also,
Yeah.
yeah, somehow it's beautiful, no?
Yeah, they don't need to say thank you and well done like this. No, because the Manjari's what is payment? The Manjari's payment is not thank you, well done, take some prasad. Like we are sometimes looking for, is it good what I did? So for some
Appreciation.
response, yes. No, they know that the Manjari's highest response in that case is when she see that the Leela is going on and that the couple is happy, then the Manjari is happy. So there is no need for any exchange of anything. because all exchange is done by exchange of the love, of the feelings. And the highest feeling for Manjari is when she feel that she was needed in the Leela and she could do something. So there is, this is, what is it? Loan. This is the loan. Is it English loan? This is the payment for the Manjari, is when she see that she got a seva and the divine couple is happy. This is everything she desires to.
Suniti, thank you for telling us that the tune, the sound of the ankle bells of the jingling, the two, that means you, like namastute, ne? Two means you. I was a little confused when I read that. She listened the sound two, but thinking that now Radharani calling me. And I liked how you described that in a very subtle way. Tulsi, she receives the message that now service is to do. No? She notices just by listening to the sound of the ankle bells. Now I'm required. My service is required now. And how you explain that we have to be also like sensitive, learn to become sensitive for how to serve to Gurudev, that we don't need to say everything again and again, that we become a little sensitive. This would be nice to do like this now, like that now.
And I actually, I know also the obstacles why we don't understand it, because everybody has different ideas in the matter, in the material. There is not this, what we can see in Tulsi when she sits in front of the kunja. She is so fixed with open ears, open eyes. All her senses are in the direction for looking for what is now needed. What is the seva? But our senses are not in this case one-pointed. Our senses, our ears are watching outside, our eyes looking something, our mind is somewhere. So there is a difference. And with Tulsi, we can learn how to be one-pointed with all our senses, with all our desires, completely absorbed in the Leela, so that we are becoming like one as a servant of the Leela. This is our desire to come to that point, and because of the mercy of this description, we get an idea how to be one-pointed. All our spiritual senses should be on that, so we can train with our material senses to do the same, become one-pointed, even with this material body. And the mind, to fix the mind on this, like we are now reading, or you are reading, our mind is so nicely fixed now in that what you are reading and what we are explaining here. We can see the divine couple. We can see this earring. We will see with our inner eyes the hairs what are somehow connected with the earring, and we can see Tulasi. And we are really, in that moment we are enter this, we are really becoming one-pointed for some minutes of the day, right? So this is the beauty of the sharing, that we are really entering in the feelings of a Manjari. That's the best we can do.
Jai Radha, Jai Gurudev. I was meditating on this word that we've used a few times, and Baba used in his description, this word mingled, and what mingled means in some of the different ways the depths we can interpret it at. And to mingle means to become one with, to absorb into. When we use it to describe mingling at a party, it means we go into the flow of the party. If it's a nice fancy party and everyone at the party is wearing a suit and tie and a fancy dress, then in order to mingle properly, we also wear a suit, a tie, a nice fancy dress. If we're mingling into the crowd in the subway, then we're doing the same thing. We're matching the mood of the environment that we're in. This is what it means to mingle now. And we've beautifully described that here. And I was thinking there's one important difference or subtle quality of mingling that's so important for us. When we describe mingling, we say we go into the flow, we become one with, but we still have our own unique form. It's not that we dissolve into the energy of the party like a light that becomes absorbed in with the other light. We have our own unique form in order to mingle with. This is such an important part to remember, that we also need our own unique form. This form can be absorbed into the feelings, the mood. In fact, it can even go as far as to become the personification of the Leela. But what does it mean, personification? It's a form. So if we have the desire to personally witness these pastimes, as you're describing so beautifully, Gora, if we have the desire to serve in these Leelas, then we also need a form. This form is a gift that we receive from Gurudev, through Gurudev, from Swamini, from Radharani. My job is to practice living in the feelings of this form, to identify more and more every day with this form, instead of the form that I know my entire life. I identify with the form of my material body because that's what I can see. That's what I've known. That's what I've conditioned myself to believe is real.
Oh.
And the gift of these sharings, these classes, these words of Raghunath Das Goswami, of Anantadas Babaji Maharaj, are that it gives us an opportunity to identify not with this temporary form that is our body, but to feel, as you're saying, Gora, if even just for a moment in the day, our eternal form, the form of our soul, our Manjari Sarup.
Jai Mahatmaji.
Jai Dade.
Yeah, I feel that you explain now this, what Chaitanya Mahaprabhu means with Achintya Beda Beda Tattva. So this oneness that is the same time you said there is a form, but in the feelings they become one. So Manjari can feel the divine couple, and the divine couple feels the Manjari also. So this is a oneness. But same time, there are three bodies. There is a personal. It's not become that impersonal, that a drop in the ocean. This is not. But in the feelings, there is this oneness is there. But three bodies. I feel that you just explained this. I mean, this was the picture coming in to me. What do you think, Gurudev? Is it like this?
Yeah,
What Chaitanya means with Achintya Beda Beda Tattva? Or is it different?
yeah. This is the meaning.
In the highest form.
Right.
This is really a high stage of to get this one has to be in the feeling of a manjari. Others cannot feel it in that way. Maybe there are different interpretations, but there is no oneness higher than that of manjari and the divine couple. But still there is an individuality in the feelings. Because why should Mohan desire to feel what Manjari feels when it's all one? No, there is an individual. His feelings are individual. Radhika's feelings are individual, and Manjari's feelings individual. So that's the point why Mahaprabhu appeared, that he can also feel what Radhika feels and what Manjari feels. And because of this, Prabhupada described this as the absolute truth. I mean, this is really there is nothing up to this to enter for a human being, or even in the spiritual abode. This is the highest form of being, this relationship between Radha, Mohan, and Manjari. How we read today, now, isn't it? This oneness. What is the what you said? This word with M.
Mingle.
Mingle. Mingle. It's the English word. Amazing. Thank you, Mahatma. This was really a
Thank you.
important point.
Thank you, my dear. You guys brought it up. I was just clarifying for myself.
So I can read the sloka again and then start with the next one.
Wow, this was so intense, Dora Chanda.
O Radhe, with a face like a fully blooming lotus flower, when you go out to meet Krishna at night, your swiftly moving feet become afflicted with fatigue. O Devi, when will you, although you are shyness personified, call me by my name to massage those lotus feet? Then I know that you have accepted me as your own.
Beautiful.
Shri Radhe. So we can start reading verse number 81. O Sumukhi, fair-faced girl, when will I have goose pimples of ecstasy all over my body as I fan you in a temple that gives bliss to Cupid, where you enjoy ever so sweet talks with your lover, your cheeks blossoming with a smile as you lie on a playbed made of malati flowers. Again, O Sumukhi, fair-faced girl, when will I have goose pimples of ecstasy all over my body as I fan you in a temple that gives bliss to Cupid, where you enjoy ever so sweet talks with your lover, your cheeks blossoming with a smile as you lie on a playbed made of malati flowers. Notes: devotional service coincides with relishing the Leela Rasa as it did in the descriptions of Leela Shuka. Again, devotional service coincides with relishing the Leela Rasa as it did in the descriptions of Leela Shuka. Sweet pastimes burst out of each and every verse of his Krishna Karanamrita, showing how expert he was in relishing this sweetness without being transcendentally cognizant. This cannot be understood. The example of this is Srila Krishnadas Kaviraja's Saranga Rangara commentary on Krishna Karnamrita. One's Swarup Avesh will come automatically by regularly reciting Shri Vilapa Kusumanjali. One's Swarup Avesh will come automatically by regularly reciting Shri Vilapa Kusumanjali. One feels like being right there with Swamini. These are very powerful words that are revealing Radharani. One feels like being right there with Swamini. These are very powerful words that are revealing Radharani. There's only descriptions here of sweetness, Madhurya. There's not even a whiff of Aishwarya, lordliness here. Sri Jiva Goswami wrote, unrivaled loveliness or beauty of forms, qualities and pastimes is called Madhurya or sweetness. Unrivaled loveliness or beauty of form, qualities, and pastimes is called Madhurya or sweetness. Gaudiya Vaishnava Upasana is Madhurya. The truth of Madhurya is inscrutable and it cannot be experienced without associating with Madhurya devotees and without attaining the favor of the Lord.
Radhe Radhe Govinda.